Hello everyone, this video is going to be making a all-over athletic t-shirt that I use Printful to print and then sell it through Shopify and then onto my website. I've been using Printful for a while, and that's my son over there making his own, playing video games if you hear him. I've been using Printful for a few months now, and then I've made some stuff for my kids and some of my own clothes for my business, and sold some football shirts, made some football shirts similar to the one that we're going to be making on this video. All the pictures are pictures that I've taken, and I do magazines, posters, just pictures, social media stuff. I have a lot of fun doing it, and these shirts fall right in line with what I like to do. So here we go. This is going to be sped up. The shirt took about an hour to make, and then uploading it onto Printful and getting it to the website was probably about an hour and a half total time. So it's not quick. I feel like I'm pretty quick, and my computer's pretty quick, so I'd say that's pretty much a general time. You could save some of the things, make it quicker, but I would say this is about an average t-shirt time. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video here. I use Photoshop. I don't mess with Lightroom or any the Adobe Illustrator. I don't use that. Strictly Photoshop. I really don't have any experience with anything else. I stick to what I know. I use Bandicam to record these, since you just saw that plug. I'm going through the t-shirts that I decided to use here, or the pictures that I decided to use. I had some good ones from last year, but I figured I'd do some from this year. I've only been to 2 games this year, so just using some pictures from this crosstown rivalry game here. So I just kind of collage them in using the template. I erased the template has a bunch of writing on it, so you can't really see, so I just mask that out so that I can see what I'm working with. I leave the dotted line. The dotted line is the most important thing. That's what's going to be viewable, or what is guaranteed to be visible. And you can mess with it a little bit, but when they actually print, you'll see like the folds and stuff. I would stay inside the lines with what is relatively important to you. And these are inside a gym, and I don't have the top of the line camera, so it's not Sports Illustrated sharp. But I've printed a few of them. Maybe I'll show some in the video. I do got a football one that I have for a kid. They come out really cool, man. I'm really satisfied with them. Like exactly how the print is on the screen is exactly how it prints out on the shirt. It's not darker. It's really pretty much it's pretty much exactly the way you expected. It's awesome. And Printful does a good job with shipping, and I like the way they have everything set up. It takes like a day or two probably to get your Shopify and everything lined up and going. I know like all the ads on YouTube and everything make it sound like stuff is super simple, but none of it's, it may be simple, but it doesn't mean it's not time consuming, and they jump cut all over the place, so it's not. After you do it a couple times, it's that easy. So if you're familiar with Photoshop, and I guess if you take your own pictures and you got your own pictures, you know, everything takes time, so. And then, this was intended to be the front of the shirt, and I was using the back template. I didn't even notice that, so you'll see here in a second. I realized that this is the front of the shirt with the back template, and then his name here. I figured it didn't look right for the front of a shirt. You know, the name's usually in the back of the shirt, so I put it in the back of the shirt. This is like, I don't know. I don't even see. This was pretty time consuming all in itself, and whether or not this even turned out to be super worth it or not, I don't even know. But you know, I like to try different things and just mess around with different things and go with it. But you know, I don't like to redo things, and so whatever I do, I try to live with, and I try to make it work. So even if I don't like it, I usually keep it, at least until it gets to the mock-up stage. Once, if you mock it up, you can't really tell what any of this looks like. I don't know how to do it on Photoshop. I guess I haven't taken the time. I don't know. Maybe there's a way that you can make it. I don't even think you can. You just got to plug it into Printful and let Printful's software make it into the shirt, and they do a really good job of putting it on a mannequin and showing you like the curves and everything, and it's pretty accurate, and it gives you nice pictures to use for advertising and to show on like Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. So I don't think I could ever perfect it on Photoshop to where I'd actually use it, like do my own mock-ups, because it would just, I don't know, it'd be impossible. It would take a lot of time. So I put these eyes on here. I like to put these eyes on stuff every once in a while, but I didn't even end up using them. Like for stuff I actually print, I try to use my own stuff. Like 100% my own stuff. Like I'll get some stuff off of some reputable, like Adobe stock and stuff like that. I'll get some stuff out there, but make sure it's rights free and everything. Just going here through my bridge super fast. The logo I made for my magazine, my basketball, or my gymnasium sports magazine. Turn it up. And the stripes, I don't know what was up with the stripes, but it came out cool. Get some shapes in there. It's a t-shirt. And they're all over print, so, I mean, they're supposed to be, as far as I'm concerned. Now, here's where I found out that, that was not the front template. That was the back template. The front template has that little collar. That line up at the top is, you can actually write on the collar, which is pretty cool. Just makes the shirts pretty unique, you know. You can make them, I try to make them as crazy, just like crazy, you know, like a lot going on, super busy. And it's sports, you know, all sports is usually pretty busy.
Holy cow, I'm behind it in the lines.
So there's that writing there in the middle, and that's kind of a pain to work around, so I definitely masked that out. Looking for some shapes. Ended up putting some little crowns in there. Little crowns behind the writing.
I'm kind of in there.
And so, I don't know, you definitely, anytime you're doing stuff like this, like, man, I guess it's getting to the point now where everybody knows that with digital cameras and these high pixel pictures and stuff like that, you just have to have a computer that can handle the workload, so you're not like waiting for things to load. Like doing this on your laptop, like on most laptops, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Apple's are super fast or something, but I got a pretty good. What the hell is that thing? It's an HP. But it's all factory insides. I don't know what happened here. Usually when I load those up, they were like on the screen, but like I couldn't find them in the layers. It was weird. I did a couple things on this, just pushing buttons too fast, trying to do it as fast as I could, and
Sherman pushing to B.
Made some things happen. I wasn't exactly sure what I did, but so we got 3 jump shots on the background, on the back of the t-shirt.
No, he's pushing from the outer rim.
This was the crosstown game. I didn't think these guys were going to win. I thought the Abilene team, Abilene High, it's Abilene versus Cooper. Abilene Cooper versus Abilene High. And I thought Abilene High was going to win pretty easily, actually, but this kid here scored about 31, Noah Garcia. And drained some jump shots, man. Bringing the jump shot back, dude. But it was overtime. Went to overtime. It was a good game. And there's those stripes. Brought those stripes back, Figure out, put it all over. And you gotta the way the sleeves, and you gotta do a couple of them to see how the sleeves come together and how it's stitched together. Like sometimes this line, making distracting things like the lines and stuff help bring the shirt together, I guess, when you put it together. And it helps cover up any errors you might have and maybe distract something, maybe distract a little bit from any errors or things that you don't like, I guess. I don't know. So then I mess with masking these and resizing them and everything. Try to fill out the shirt with action as much as possible. But this is definitely where your pixels, shooting with the 36 megapixel camera or whatever. This is a 16 by 12, I think, dimension. And when you print on shirts, I don't know. I'm not technically into it enough to know exactly why shirts and printing on clothing requires higher resolution, super high resolution. But man, I've been printing posters and stuff 24 by 36, and I literally the other day made one that was one megabyte and printed it 24 by 36. And it was 16 by 20, one 16 by 20 and 20 by 30. It wasn't a 24 by 36, but still, it wasn't even pixelated. It was pretty much exactly how I expected, And I print 8 by 10s.
If there's a cursor on you, bring him to...
At 1.4 megabytes. And the resolution is fine. So I think the high megapixels is good for editing and manipulating stuff and doing crap like this. But for some reason,
if there's a plane on you,
if you used a 1 megabyte, if you used a reduced version of these photos, it would get rejected by Printful. So, and be terribly printed. So I don't know what the difference is, but you definitely need high resolution images. Oh, and I don't even have the 36. What the hell am I talking about? That's like a D800. But yeah, 24 megapixels, fine. Hopefully next year I'll have a fancy camera with a fancier lens. I'll get some of that noise out. It'd be nice, then I wouldn't have to do like as much editing, which would be cool.
Whoever said like us doing the 1D.
Moving out to the sleeves. See, so each one has its own template, but to make it all uniform, when you're putting all these different pieces together, like I definitely stack the template guide into the same file so that I can make them close to identical. And just like I did that on the front and the back too, just so I can make like those lines the same width and stuff like that for the front and back. And then it's just easier, the background color is easier. It just speeds everything up. And you don't need two different files open. You can do it all in one. And like the right and left sleeve is just slightly different, but it is different. It's the only thing, the mock-ups on Printful don't show you like a full side-on view of the sleeve, just like an angle. So these sleeves are gonna be pretty dope though. Like for the football, I do like the numbers, like their shoulder pads kind of. Do like the kid's number or whatever. And then implement the lines into the sleeves. But man, you can do whatever. This is just me BSing, doing things. And like, I don't know what there's no way to like, sometimes I ask the customer like what they want or something. But like I said, this takes an hour and a half. That's not, that's significant time as far as I'm concerned. So if you have to consult the customer, try to work in either the pictures that they want, or if you make it like, if you make it seem to them like they have a lot of say in how it comes out, then that makes it sound like it's simple, and that makes it sound like you can go that route. But man, that could end up making this a 3-hour job or more when you consider like the actual consultation time. And then after you get it done, like you got to run it by them and then bring it back and make changes again. So you're just like opening a box, can of worms. So I try to say, I try to convey, because I try to convey that it's just a lot of art interpretation, man. And hopefully you like what I do. If you really don't like it, you don't have to pay for it, but
yo, dude, that's dope. Your parents are gamers?
Boy, I'm a gamer. My Call of Duty your butt. So here we go, wrapping it up. So like I use PNGs for file format for Printful. It's I think a little bit bigger file than a JPEG. And Printful loads up everything pretty quick. So it looks like that's it. Yep, recording stopped. So here I'll show some pictures for the finished product and do some things here at the tail end of this video.
Nope.
Thanks for joining me. This is Printful, Shopify store on HomeSuiteAbilene.com. Thanks for watching.